Another unique clash in the NFC East as the New York Giants head to FedEx Field to face Jane Daniels and the Washington Commanders. Commanders 7.5 point favorites at home. But the New York Giants, last year 3-14, but some optimism going into the season to be competitive and perhaps compete for a wild card spot. Russell Wilson now the starter, but Jackson Dart, they drafted him, did very well in the preseason and should start look to be the future sometime this season, if not next. Tyrone Tracy, he had a solid year last year, over 800 yards rushing, and they also drafted Cam Scabo, so that running back room already looks better. Malik Neighbors off the injury report, so he'll start. Great for him. He had a very good, rookie year last year. Now we'll see about his sophomore campaign. Although, unfortunately for the offensive line, Andrew Thomas set to be doubtful with a foot issue. So we'll see on that. But obviously the big kicker is their defense, particularly that front seven. Dexter Lawrence, one of, if not the best defensive tackle in the league. They got Brian Burns. They drafted Abdul Carter with the 3rd overall pick. They have Kayvon Thibodeau. And then in the secondary, they get Paulson Adebo from the Saints. They got Tyler Nubin. So that defense is looking interesting and won't be stingy much throughout the season when healthy. But for Jay Dales and the Commanders, it's going to be unique to see how they follow up how they did last season. 12-5, won their last 5, made it to the NFC Championship, lost to their NFC East foes, the Philadelphia Eagles, but still was a hell of a rookie year by Jay Daniels. And we'll see how he falls out. They traded Brian Robinson Jr. to the 49ers, but they're running it with Austin Eckler, Bill or Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt and Chris Rodriguez. Terry McLaurin, they re-signed him. They trade for Laramie Tunsil and draft Josh Connolly to help out the offensive line as well. They get Von Miller to pair with Bobby Wagner and company on offense. They did lose Jonathan Allen, but they still have, and Dante Fowler, but still have, Frankie Luvu and Deron Payne. This is going to be tough, but I'm going to say the Commanders win, but Giants cover